Hello, students. Uh, Today we are starting a new lesson from your snapshot book. Lesson 5th, Mother's Day, and it is written by J.B. Priestley. Uh, the name of this lesson, Mother's Day. Do you know the mothers? um, the person who we all worship or adore next to God is our mother. Everybody knows it, and we can never repay our debts to her. And it is very ironical to note that she rarely gets her due. This play, it is a play, Mother's Day, it is a play drama. This play brings out the sad condition of the mother in most homes. We know it. A mother works from dawn till night to satisfy the needs of her husband and children. Um, she cleans and sweeps, she cooks and she washes. Mm, and But sadly, she gets no reward or praise for her labor. Her husband and children are most thoughtless. Are you agree now? They never realize that she too is a human beings and need rest. Mm, we work for 5 or 6 days in a week, in our office or wherever we work. So we work for 5 or 6 days in a week, and claim it is as a right to have a day off, a day or 2 day off, like the weekend, Saturday and Sunday we want rest. But do we allow the same right to our mothers? Don't mothers, to like all of us, have a body that can get tired and a mind that can get bored? Don't they too need some recreation, rest? Do we ever think of it? No, no. Uh, if we don't, so we need to think over it. And this is what this play is all about. So this plays about the condition of mother in homes, and it is not only a story of a person or of any character. It is a story of every home. It is the story of yours home or our homes and everybody's homes, and we should think over it. Okay, so it is very good and interesting, and it is a great work of J.B. Priestley. So let's move to the story, and it is a play, and there are some characters you can see here. Mrs. Annie Pearson, she is mother. George Pearson, his husband of Annie Pearson. Doris Pearson, she is daughter of George and Annie Pearson. Cyril Pearson, and he is a son of George and Annie Pearson, and Mrs. Fitzgerald. Mrs. Fitzgerald is a neighbor of Annie Pearson, and she is a friend of Annie Pearson. Okay, and then the action takes place in the living room of the Pearsons' house in London suburb. So this play started in a living room. Setting up the play is in the living room of Mrs. Pearson's house in London suburb. And time is present time. And now the scene. In play, you can see the scene, because the plays play on the stage. Everybody knows that plays, we can enact the plays on the stage. So writer describes scene first. So what is scene? Scene is the living room of the Pearsons family. when the curtain rise, so there is a living room of Pearson's family, and the time is afternoon. It is comfortably furnished. So room is comfortably furnished, well furnished, decorated. Much lived in room in a small suburban semi-detached villa, and much lived in means used. It is used too much. Much lived in a room. Much lived mean it is used. um, and it is semi-detached. It is villa type home. Villa type. If necessary, only one door need to be used, but it is better with two. One up left leading to the front door and the stairs, and the other in the right wall leading to the kitchen and the back door. So it is the scene. It is a scene. There is no picture here. So on the stage, the writer described that when you enact the play on the stage, so you can put there are two doors. You can use one door too, but if necessary, you only one door need to be used. But it is better with two. One door. The door started from like here, when the curtain rise, so there is one door for left side and one is the right side, and the left side door leading to the front door, and it is to the stairs, and other door, it is the right side door. It is wall leading to the kitchen. The kitchen is here, and it is the towards the back door. And there can be a muslin cover on the window. There can be a muslin covered window in left wall, and possibly one in the right wall too. There can be muslin. Muslin means the cotton curtain on the window. So curtain on the window, cotton curtain, that is called muslin. Left wall. On the left wall, there are windows and the curtains are at the window, and possibly one up in the right wall, and one window, possibly one window at the right wall and one in left wall. The fireplace is assumed to be the fourth wall, and the fireplace is assumed means there is no fourth wall, because that is the front. There are three walls on the stage. One wall, look here, like the one wall, second, third, and here the spectators are sitting here. Okay, and it is the stage. So three walls are there, but where is the fourth wall? Fourth wall should be here. Okay, but it is open area, so it is called assumed. A fireplace is assumed to be the fourth wall. Assumed, imaginated. You can imagine the fireplace on the fourth wall, and there is a settee upright and armchair down left, and one down right, a small table with two chairs on either side of it stand at the center. And you can see here the stage, and there is a settee is here in front of the stage. Settee means sofa set. There is sofa and there is a table here, and one armchair is here and second armchair is here. And armchair, a small table with the two of the chairs either side of the stand. It is at the center. Okay, so this is the scene. A settee is here, sofa is here, one chair is here, one chair is here. There is a small table is here, and some cups and plates on the table. Okay, and now move on the story. What happened next? When curtain rises, it is an afternoon in early autumn, and the stage can be well lit. And when the curtain rise, the stage, because that is a stage, and curtain rises, and when all the spectators looks the stage. So they found that it is an afternoon time and it is early autumn season, and stage can be well lit because it is the time of day, so there should be enough lighting there. So lightning, well lit. Mrs. Pearson's at right and Mrs. Fitzgerald at left. You can see that there were two armchair, and one Mrs. Pearson at right side and Mrs. Fitzgerald at left side are sitting opposite each other at the small table. You can see that in the middle there was a table and one armchair. Mrs. Pearson is sitting here and Mrs. Fitzgerald is sitting here, um, and on which are two teacups. Two teacup are on that table, and saucers. Saucer means plate. Plates are also there, and cards with which Mrs. Pearson has been telling Mrs. Pearson's fortune. And there are some playing card. Playing card, in Hindi we can say it is taas ke patte. So it's the tarot cards. So some tarot cards were on the table, and by those tarot cards, by those playing card, Mrs. Fitzgerald has been telling Mrs. Pearson's fortune. See, Mrs. Fitzgerald is a fortune teller, and she has been telling the fortune of Mrs. Pearson. Okay, Mrs. Pearson is a pleasant but worried looking woman in her 40s. Mrs. Pearson in the 40s, in her 40s, 40 years and 40, more than 40. And she is a pleasant, good looking, she is beautiful, but she worried looking woman. And Mrs. Fitzgerald is older, heavier, and strong, and sinister personality. And Mrs. Fitzgerald, she is older than Mrs. Pearson, and she is heavier and strong and sinister. Sinister personality means evil personality. She has some evil personality. She is very harsh and she is very rude and she is very crude. Okay, and she is smoking. She is smoking means who is smoking? Mrs. Fitzgerald. Mrs. Fitzgerald is smoking there, and it is very important that these two should have sharply contrasting voice. And these voice, there is a difference between the voice of those two women. Mrs. Pearson is speaking in a light, flurried sort of tone, with a touch of suburban cockney perhaps. And Mrs. Pearson is speaking a light tone. She is very hesitating woman, and her tone is very light, very soft, and with a touch of suburban cockney perhaps. Cockney is a East London. It's a place of East London suburban tone. Okay, and Mrs. Fitzgerald with a deep voice, rather Irish perhaps, and Mrs. Fitzgerald's tone is a deep voice, a very heavy voice, and rather Irish perhaps, Irish, and her tone is like a Irish, like a Ireland. The Irish people mean the people of Ireland. So she has a Irish tone, while the Mrs. Pearson has the East London tone. So this is the scene, and now the play is starting here. Okay, so are you understood? Can you understand the scene? Okay, now Mrs. Fitzgerald, there are two characters in the play now. Some other characters are also, but now we are starting this play with two characters, Mrs. Fitzgerald and Mrs. Pearson. Mrs. Pearson and Mrs. Fitzgerald are friend, and Mrs. Fitzgerald is telling fortune of Mrs. Pearson with tarot cards, with some cards. Okay, so let's move the dialogue. Now the Mrs. Fitzgerald is speaking her dialogue. Mrs. Fitzgerald said, collecting up the cards. She collects the cards in her hands, and she said, and that's all I can tell you, Mrs. Pearson. could be a good fortune, could be a bad one. All depends on yourself now. Make up your mind, and there it is. And she has been telling the fortune of Mrs. Pearson. So when the curtain rise, so before that time, she has been telling her fortune, and she said that, and that's all I can tell you. Mean she told Mrs. Pearson's fortune. And then she said, could be a good fortune. Your fortune could be a good one and could be a bad one. It all depends on yourself. You can make your fortune good, and you can make your destiny, your fortune bad. It is depend on you. So make up your mind. So be ready for your fortune, or for your steps to be taken in your future. And there it is. Mrs. Pearson, yes, thank you, Mrs. Fitzgerald. I am much obliged. I am sure it's wonderful having a real fortune teller living next door. Did you learn that out east too? Here is a picture you can see here. She's, you can see here, she's Mrs. Pearson, and she's Mrs. Fitzgerald. Okay, she's a worried looking woman and beautiful woman, and she's a heavy personality and heavy sinister personality. And there are two cups, they were taking tea, and the saucers, these are, there are saucers means plate also there. Okay, and then Mrs. Pearson said, yes, thank you, Mrs. Fitzgerald. I am much obliged. She said that I am much obliged, I am sure. It is wonderful. She said that it is very good that I have a good real fortune teller in the next door, in the next, living next door. Living next door means in my neighbor. It is very good that in my neighbor I have a good fortune teller, and you are a good fortune teller, and it is very good for me. And did you learn that out east too? And she asked a question, that did you learn fortune telling from the east? Okay, and then Mrs. Fitzgerald told her dialogue. She said, I did. 12 years I had of it, with my old man rising to be lieutenant quartermaster. He learnt a lot, and I learnt a lot more. And she said that, yes, I did. I did means I learned this science of fortune teller telling from the east. And 12 years I had of it. 12 years I learned this science with my old man. Old man, with my old man means with her husband. And her husband was a lieutenant quartermaster. He was in the army, and he was lieutenant quartermaster. And he posted in the eastern countries, and he learned their fortune telling. And so she said that he learned a lot, means her husband learned a lot of fortune telling, and I learned a lot more. And Mrs. Fitzgerald said that I learned a lot more than my husband. But will you make up your mind now, Mrs. Pearson's dear? Mrs. Fitzgerald wanted to say something to Mrs. Pearson, that will you make up your mind? And for what will you make up your mind? She said that, will you make up your mind to be the boss of your family? Put your foot down once and for all, and be the mistress of your own house and the boss of your own family. And she said that because Mrs. Pearson is very fond of her husband and children, but they are thoughtless, they are selfish, and they take no notice of her mother. They treat her like a servant. So Mrs. Fitzgerald told her problem to her friend Mrs. Fitzgerald. Mrs. Pearson told her problem to Mrs. Fitzgerald, and Mrs. Fitzgerald offers to set the Pearsons family right. Okay, so she was telling her that put your foot down once and for all and be the mistress of your own house and be the boss of your house or your family, and it is depends on you if you wanted the boss of your family, so you can be, but you have to take some steps for it. Mrs. Pearson is smiling apologetically. She smiled apologetically and she said that that's easier said than done. Besides, I am so fond of them, even if they are so thoughtless and selfish and they don't mean to be. Mrs. Pearson said that that's easier said than done. Means it is very easy to say, but it is very difficult to do. And she said that besides, I am so fond of them. If they are, she said that while they are my husband and my children, those are thoughtless and selfish and they don't care of me, but besides it, I'm so fond of them, I love them too much. Okay, and Mrs. Fitzgerald said cutting in, she stops Mrs. Pearson's in her sentence and she said that maybe not, but it would be better for them if they learn to treat you properly. So Mrs. Fitzgerald said, maybe not. It would be better for them, and it is better for them that they learn to behave with you properly. If they learn to treat you properly. Mrs. Pearson, yes, I suppose it would, in a way. She said, I know it and I wanted that, and I suppose it would be, would be in a way. Mrs. Fitzgerald said, no doubt about it all. No doubt about it all. Who's the better for being spoilt? Grown man, lad, or girl? Nobody. You think it does them good when you run after them all the time? She said, there is no doubt about it all who is better for being spoiled. The grown man means your husband, your boy, lad means your son, and girl, nobody. You think it does them good when you run after them all the time, because she run after them all the time. She take care them, she takes their orders, and she works like their husband, their servant in a house. She stay at home every night and while they go out enjoying themselves in every day and never of all your life. And you live in the home and they go out and enjoy themselves, and they never take notice that you are also a human beings and you should take rest, and it's the ruin of them as well as you. It is depend on you, and it's the ruin of them as well as you. Husbands, sons, daughters should be taking notice of wives and mothers, not giving them order and treating them like dirt. And she's saying to all the husbands and sons and daughters, they should be taking notice of wives, husband, wives, and children to mother, and not giving them an order and not treating them like a dirt and like a servant. And don't tell me you don't know what I mean. And Mrs. Fitzgerald told Mrs. Pearson that don't tell me that you don't understand and you don't know what I mean. You understood my meaning. For I know more than you have told me. You have told me about your family, but I know more than you. have told me. So I know everything. So she gave some suggestion to Mrs. Pearson that then stop running behind them every time. Okay, so it is the end of today's paragraph, because video is so long, and now it is the time of Hindi summary. Okay, तो आज हमने नया लेसन शुरू किया है, मदर्स डे। जेबी पिछले ने लिखा है, बहुत ही अच्छा लेसन है, बहुत ही ग्रेट जॉब, बहुत ही अच्छा काम किया जेबी पिछले ने। मदर्स डे, इसमें ये एक प्ले है, एक नाटक है, और इसमें कुछ करेक्टर्स हैं, एनी पियर्सन और जॉर्ज पियर्सन। एनी पियर्सन के पति हैं जॉर्ज पियर्सन, और उनके दो बच्चे हैं, डोरिस पियर्सन उनकी बेटी है, और साइरिल पियर्सन उनका बेटा है, और मिसेस फिट्जराल्ड एनी पियर्सन की फ्रेंड है और उनके पड़ोसी भी है। और यहाँ पर सीन सेट किया गया है, सीन को दिखाया गया है, ये आप अभी पढ़ चुके हैं कि किस तरह का सीन है। जैसे ही कर्टेन राइज होता है, पर्दा उठता है, तो अंदर का पूरा सीन है, आफ्टरनून का समय है, और स्टेज जो है पूरी तरह से उसमें लाइट होनी चाहिए, लाइट है। मिसेस पियर्सन राइट साइड में बैठी है, फिट्जराल्ड लेफ़्ट साइड में बैठी है, और वहाँ पर वो चाय पी रहे हैं, और मिसेस फिट्जराल्ड फॉर्चून टेलर है, मतलब वो भाग्य बताती है, और उनके पास प्लेइंग कार्ड्स हैं, कुछ जो ताश के पत्ते हैं, जिनसे टैरो कार्ड भी बोलते हैं जिनको, और उनसे वो भविष्य बताते हैं। ये एक विद्या है, जैसे ज्योतिषी विद्या होती है हमारे यहाँ, पंडित जी बताते हैं जन्म पत्री देख करके, वैसे ही एक विद्या ये भी है कि टैरो कार्ड्स देख करके फॉर्चून या भविष्य बताया जाता है, किस्मत बताई जाती है। तो वो इस तरह से मिसेस पियर्सन का फॉर्चून बता रही है, मिसेस फिट्जराल्ड। मिसेस पियर्सन एक सुंदर महिला है, लेकिन वो चिंतित रहती है हमेशा, और अपनी 40s में है। मिसेस फिट्जराल्ड उससे थोड़ी ज़्यादा उम्र की है, और थोड़ा भारी शरीर की है, स्ट्रॉन्ग भी है, और वो थोड़ा सा एक मजबूत महिला है, एक रूड महिला है, एक तरह से इविल पर्सनालिटी उनकी है। वो स्मोकिंग कर रही है मिसेस फिट्जराल्ड, और यहाँ पर दोनों की वॉइस में भी अंतर है। मिसेस पियर्सन ईस्ट लंदन की जैसी टोन लिए हुए है, और मिसेस फिट्जराल्ड आयरिश टोन ले करके है, और दोनों आपस में बातचीत करती हैं। मिसेस फिट्जराल्ड कार्ड्स को कलेक्ट करती हैं और कहती है मिसेस पियर्सन को कि और यही सब कुछ मैंने तुमको बताया, अर्थात वो तब तक जब तक कर्टेन राइज होता है और डायलॉग शुरू होते हैं, तब तक उनका फॉर्चून टेलिंग का जो है वो बता चुकी होती है उसको। और कहती है जो मैंने तुमको बताया बस यही सब कुछ है, और तुम्हें अपना किस्मत तुम्हारे अपने हाथ में है। तुम अपने भविष्य को अच्छा बनाना चाहो, अपने भाग्य को अच्छा बनाना चाहो तो तुम बना सकती हो, और ख़राब बनाना चाहो तो ये भी तुम्हारे ही हाथ में है। इसलिए अपने आप को तैयार करो, अपना माइंड मेकअप करो, अगर तुमको अपना भाग्य अच्छा करना है। मिसेस पियर्सन कहती है कि उनको धन्यवाद देती है, मिसेस फिट्जराल्ड को कहती है कि मैं आपकी बहुत आभारी हूँ, और मुझे ये बहुत अच्छा है मेरे लिए कि मेरे पड़ोस में ही एक इतनी रियल इतनी अच्छी फॉर्चून टेलर है, जो भाग्य बताने वाली महिला है। और क्या आपने इसको कहीं ईस्टर्न कंट्रीज़ में कहीं सीखा था? तो मिसेस फिट्जराल्ड जो है वो कहती है हाँ, मैंने 12 साल लगाए इसको सीखने में, और मेरे जो अपने हस्बैंड को ओल्ड मैन कहती है वो, कि मेरे हस्बैंड जो है वो लेफ्टिनेंट क्वार्टर मास्टर थे, आर्मी में थे, और ईस्टर्न कंट्रीज़ में पोस्टेड थे। वो भी अपने हस्बैंड के साथ थी, और वो कहती है कि मेरे हस्बैंड ने भी फॉर्चून टेलिंग सीखी है, और मैंने उनसे भी ज़्यादा सीखी है, और बहुत टाइम लगा इसको सीखने में। लेकिन अब तुम अपना माइंड बनाओ मिसेस पियर्सन, देखो अपना एक कदम आगे बढ़ाने, यहाँ से जब तुम अपना एक पैर आगे रखो तो ये सोच के रखो कि तुम अपने फैमिली की बॉस हो। क्योंकि प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि मिसेस पियर्सन अपने बच्चों के और अपने हस्बैंड के पीछे हमेशा भागती रहती है, उनके सारे काम करती है, जबकि वो उसको कोई नोटिस नहीं करते, उसका ख्याल नहीं रखते, उसकी कोई परवाह चिंता कुछ नहीं करते, केवल ऑर्डर देते जाते हैं। और ये एक ऐसी स्टोरी है जो हर किसी के घरों में है, हर किसी के घरों में ऐसा ही होता है कि जो मदर्स होती हैं वो दिन रात काम करती हैं, और बाकी जो भी होते हैं घर के मेंबर, चाहे उनके हस्बैंड हों चाहे बच्चे हों, वो सब उस पर केवल ऑर्डर जमाते हैं कि हाँ मेरे कपड़े कहाँ रखे हैं, मेरा सामान कहाँ रखा है, और ये सब उस पर ऑर्डर लगाते रहते हैं। ये तो मिसेस पियर्सन अपनी प्रॉब्लम मिसेस फिट्जराल्ड को इस तरह से समझाती है, और मिसेस फिट्जराल्ड उसको बताती है कि ये तुम अपनी फैमिली की बॉस खुद बनो, उनके पीछे मत भागो हमेशा। तो मिसेस पियर्सन स्माइल करती हुई कहती है, हाँ कहना तो आसान है लेकिन करना बहुत मुश्किल है। और भले ही वो थॉटलेस है, भले ही वो सेल्फ स्वार्थी हैं और मेरी कोई केयर नहीं करते हैं, लेकिन फिर भी मैं उनको बहुत पसंद करती हूँ और मेरे बच्चे हैं, मेरे हस्बैंड हैं, मेरे अपने हैं। तो इस तरह से वो बोलती है। मिसेस फिट्जराल्ड उसकी बात को बीच में ही काटती हैं और कहती हैं, ये और भी अच्छा हो सकता है कि अगर वो तुमको ठीक से ट्रीट करें। अम, वो कहती है कि अम, वो और भी अच्छा हो सकता है, बेहतर होगा तुम्हारे लिए कि वो ठीक से तुम्हारे साथ व्यवहार करना सीख ले, तभी तुम अपना भला कर सकती हो। और मिसेस पियर्सन कहती है, हाँ मैं भी थोड़ा ऐसे ही समझती हूँ कि हाँ ऐसा होना चाहिए। लेकिन मिसेस फिट्जराल्ड कहती है कि इसमें कोई डाउट नहीं है, बिल्कुल भी संदेह नहीं है, डाउट नहीं है कि अगर किसका भला हो सकता है, अगर हु इज़ बेटर फॉर बीइंग स्पॉइल्ड, मतलब बिगड़ा होने में किसका भला हो रहा है, किसी का नहीं हो रहा है। उस बड़े आदमी का, अर्थात ग्रॉन मैन माने जो तुम्हारे हस्बैंड का, या लैड लैड मीन्स और लड़के का या लड़की का, किसी का भला नहीं हो सकता है। और तुम समझती हो कि उनका भला हो रहा है, जबकि तुम हर समय उनके पीछे भागती रहती हो, उनका आदेश, उनका हुक्म मानती हो और ऐसे करती हो कि जैसे तुम नौकरानी हो, और तुम हर रात घर पे रहती हो और वो मौज मस्ती करते हैं, बाहर घूमने चले जाते हैं, तुम्हें कभी नहीं ले जाते। और अपना पूरा जीवन भर उनका कोई भला नहीं कर सकोगी तुम इस तरह से। तुम उनको उनका भला करने के बजाय न तो उनका भला कर सकती हो, ना अपना भला कर सकती हो, र्यून कर सकती हो, बर्बाद कर सकती हो। ये तबाही है, बर्बादी है। और जो पति होते हैं, बेटे हैं, बेटियां हैं, उनको पत्नियों और माताओं का ध्यान रखना चाहिए, मिसेस फिट्जराल्ड कहते हैं। मतलब यहाँ पर दो चीज़ें हैं, एक मदर्स अलग हो गई हैं और हस्बैंड और बच्चे अलग हैं। तो उसी तरह से, जिस तरह से पत्नी जो है अपने हस्बैंड का ख्याल करती है, ये एक माँ अपने बच्चों का ख्याल करती है, उसी तरह से उस पति और बच्चों को भी अपनी पत्नी और अपने माँ का ख्याल रखना चाहिए, उनका ध्यान रखना चाहिए, उनको हुक्म नहीं देना चाहिए। और उनके साथ ऐसे बिल्कुल व्यवहार नहीं करना चाहिए जैसे कि वो कोई नौकर है, कि जैसे डर्ट है, कोई मिट्टी है। और तुम अब ऐसा मत कहना कि मेरी बात तुम्हारी समझ में नहीं आ रही, क्योंकि जितना तुमने मुझे बतलाया है मैं उससे भी ज़्यादा जानती हूँ कि क्या होता है, हकीकत क्या है। तो इसीलिए तुम्हें स्टेप्स लेने पड़ेंगे, और बिना स्टेप लिए तुम्हारा कुछ नहीं होगा, तुम्हें अपनी फैमिली का बॉस खुद बनना पड़ेगा। तो इस तरह से काम नहीं चलेगा। तो इस तरह से ये स्टोरी, आज की वीडियो हमारी यहीं पर एंड होती है। आपको कुछ क्वेश्चंस मिलेंगे इसमें, आपको क्वेश्चंस करने हैं। ओके, थैंक यू।